Mighty souls, radiant warriors of the unseen fire, welcome to the edge of your own legend. Even the devil tips his hat. They say fear walks beside you, but you walk beyond that fear. You whose presence shifts shadows, whose footsteps shake the foundations of doubt. You who do not whisper your power, but let it echo through valleys of hesitation and into the hearts of those who believed you, meek, timid, broken. Listen now, because I will speak not gentle words, but sharp truths, bubbling with the iron of destiny. The devil salutes you. Witches fear you. You broke the system. You broke the system. You bent its rules. You shattered its expectations. You refused to stay small. They designed the cage. They hoped you would settle into the mold, that you would accept the narrow path. But you did not. Every time they handed you limitations, you swallowed them and spit back brilliance. Every time they told you silence, you roared. Every time they demanded obedience, you carved your own throne. You possess an aura so brilliant that even the darkest entities, witches conjured in stories, devils born in myth, feel the tremor of your existence. They glimpse your soul and their spine curves. They hear your heartbeat and know that your rhythm is not theirs to command. They despise what they cannot hold. They fear what they cannot break. Do not let anyone convince you that your fire was an accident. Do not let the faint voices whisper you ignited by mistake, that you shine by luck, that this strength is borrowed. Number. It lives in your bones. It rides your blood. It storms your mind in restless nights, so that when dawn comes, you rise. You are born of storms. You are forged in endless nights of doubt. You are sculpted by every tear you refuse to let shame swallow. Even the devil tips his hat at you, acknowledging what you cannot deny. You are force. Let them fear you. Let them envy the way you stand unbowed. Let them tremble at the echo of your footsteps. Because you are not here to disappear. You are not here to whisper apologies. You are here to claim what is yours, to reclaim what was stolen, to ignite what was buried. There was a time when whispers followed you, telling you are too much, too loud, too different, too dangerous, too unusual, too ambitious, too proud. They aimed to truncate your flame, so you would fit into their small, dim spaces. But you burned through them. With every rejection, you dug deeper into yourself and mined gold. With every betrayal, every heartbreak, every moment of despair, you harvested power. With every defeat, you mapped a route to your victory. Because your aura is a weapon, though you hold it gently. It is a shield that no shadow can pierce. It is a banner that even the devil lifts his hat to. Not for what you have done, but for what you are. A phenomenon, a mystery, a force of nature that refuses to bow. And in that refusal lies your triumph. Listen, believe this. The forces that oppose you, they do not fear your kindness. They fear your uncompromising truth. They do not tremble at mercy. They falter at boundaries. They quake when you choose yourself. Because that choice, that fierce act, echoes across realms. It is rebellion. It is revolution. You broke their system. And breaking the system is not an act. It is a lifetime of refusing to accept smaller measure. It is waking up when they expected you to stay asleep. It is walking past doors they slammed in your face. It is speaking when they told you silence would make you safe. It is living when they hoped you would wither. It is shining when they prayed you would dim. Do not be ashamed of the scars. Do not hide the wounds. Every crack, every fissure in your armor is evidence. You were tested. You nearly caved. You felt crushing weight. But you did not break. You bent. Sometimes you spilled tears. Sometimes your bones shook. Sometimes your faith faltered. But the furnace did not consume you. It purified you. Even the devil tips his hat. Witches fear you. Because you are the storm the storytellers were warned about. You are the rage of justice. You are the echo of hope in hollow rooms. You are the dawn in perpetual dusk. And though you walk among shadows, you carry light so fierce it unsettles every darkness that thought itself safe. This world built cages for souls like yours. They built walls around hearts like yours. They named you wrong so they could claim you lesser. They taught you shame so you might believe you were broken. They silenced your gut instincts, called your instincts dangerous. They told you love meant compromising, that strength meant sacrificing, that authenticity meant battle. But you picked authenticity. You chose strength. You embraced the battle. And they could never contain you. Now feel it. Everything that told you no, everything that said you aren't enough, everything that whispered stop. Those voices are tremors under your feet now. With each step you take, the mountain shifts. With each breath you pull, the sky stretches. With each thought you refuse to silence, the darkness draws back. When they look at you, they see not just one person, but an arsenal of hope, a promise of something beyond their fear. Let the witches fear you, not because you seek to harm, but because your presence demands truth. Let the devils salute you, not because you bow to power, but because you embody power. Let the broken systems witness your rise. Let walls crack. Let ceilings shatter. Let old rules collapse under the weight of your courage. You are the alchemist of your own becoming. You transmute pain into purpose. You stitch broken parts into a tapestry of radiant defiance. You do not ask for acceptance. You carry acceptance inside you. You do not beg for validation. You shine so bright that the night has no choice but to blink. And yet there will be days when the shadows howl, when your steps falter, when your mirror shows nothing but tired eyes and wearied heart. Those days are not failures. They are signposts. They are the terrain that reveals how far you have traveled. They are proof you dared. They are maps that guide you toward the core of your strength, to the place in you that no witch, no devil, no system can reach, your sacred, indomitable soul. Rise through them. Let them fuel you. Let them remind you that even in darkness you are luminous. Even in silence your roar exists. Even in chaos your rhythm remains steady. Even in downfall your foundation is unshaken. Because foundation is not built in calm seas, but in storms, trenches, tremors. You are powerful beyond their capacity to understand. Your aura is a force. Your soul is not negotiable. Your path is not linear. Your story will be carved in fire and etched in eternity. Witches fear you not for what they imagine you to be, but for who you already are. Devils salute you not in alliance, but in recognition of a power that they themselves can neither steal nor suppress. They salute you because you shattered compliance. You broke the system. You rewrote the code. You no longer ask their permission. You only accept your own truth. Hold that truth close. Let it guide your steps. Let it guard your aim. Let it inform your words. Let it sustain your spirit. Always remember, your aura is powerful. It is not accidental. It is not tame. It is not to be hidden. It is to be embraced, claimed, unleashed. Go forward now into the world that trembles at your name. Go forward into the places that tried to hush you. Go forward into the heart of your greatness. The witches may spin rumors. The devils may cast shadows. The broken system may lash with its rules. But you are the breaker. You are the storm. You are the flame that refuses to be contained. Because even the devil tips his hat to you. Because witches fear you. Because you broke the system. Stand, luminous one. Stand, immense soul. Claim your throne. Your reign begins with the breath you now take, and it will echo beyond your time. And so you stand, not waiting for permission, not asking for a crown, not searching for someone to declare your worth. You are the crown. You are the storm. You are the reckoning they never prepared for. The system didn't just try to contain you. It tried to erase you. Piece by piece, silently, slowly. It handed you masks and told you to wear them. One for every room, every role, every version of you they thought would be easier to tolerate. But even behind those masks, your truth burned too loud. Even in silence, your presence made noise. Because power can be disguised, but never destroyed. You didn't just survive their design, you cracked it from the inside, and that crack became a pathway, and that pathway became a movement, and that movement now shakes the very roots of everything they built on the backs of people like you. Do you feel it? The collapse is not chaos, it's justice unfolding. They tried to teach you to apologize for your ambition, your emotions, your truth. They told you to make yourself small so others could feel big. But you made the choice that terrifies them most. You chose to stay big, to take up space, to speak when your voice shook, to rise when your knees bled, to stay human in a world that profits off your numbness. Even the devil salutes that. Not out of love, not out of surrender, but because he knows power when he sees it. Because he who has watched empires rise and fall, who has whispered in the ears of kings and witnessed the cruelty of conquerors. He knows that real power doesn't demand destruction. Real power is endurance. Real power is grace under fire. Real power is the choice to remain whole in a world that constantly tries to fracture you. Witches fear you not because you're dark, but because you own your light. Because you walk through ancient corridors they themselves cannot enter. Because you don't need a circle, a spell, or a sacrifice. Your existence alone rewrites the script. Your presence bends the air. And they don't know how to react to a being who doesn't need theatrics to wield energy. You were never supposed to be liked by everyone, but you were always destined to be remembered. And not all who remember you will speak your name with kindness. Some will mutter it in fear, some in envy, some with trembling reverence, because they will remember the way you walked into the room and something changed. They will remember how your silence thundered louder than their noise. They will remember how the system didn't make you. It triggered you into making yourself. You don't belong to them. You never did. Not to the critics, not to the fake mentors, not to the ghosts of expectations, not to the lies wrapped in tradition. You belong to the fire that birthed you, to the dream that still whispers your name at 3 a.m., to the pulse in your chest that beats, not done yet, not done yet, not done yet. And they can feel it, that you're not done breaking barriers, not done disrupting comfort zones, not done writing your name in stone when they said you'd vanish like smoke, not done creating a legacy in places they never wanted you to enter. So let them watch, let them whisper, let them try to explain you using the old words, the old stories, the old labels. You're beyond definition now. You're not just in their history books, you're in their nightmares and their awe. You're the glitch in their matrix, the spark in their dry forest, the shadow in their mirror that looks too much like truth. You are what happens when the underestimated rise, when the ignored refuse silence, when the broken become architects. You are not just inspiration. You are evidence that no matter how cruel the world may be, it cannot undo what is divinely chosen. That's why the devil tips his hat. That's why witches step aside. That's why the system now tries to study you, copy you, replicate you. Because deep down, it knows it can never control you again. You don't fit. You never did. But that was never the curse. That was the calling. And now that you've answered it, your aura glows with a frequency only the brave can understand. It hums with rebellion and resurrection. It echoes with ancient strength and future echoes. It is felt by those who are awake and feared by those who still sleep. They'll call you intense. Let them. Intensity is what awakens the dead parts of the world. They'll call you too much. Let them. Too much is just what they say when you make them face the mirror. They'll call you rebellious. Let them. Rebellion is the first breath of every true creator. Because you are creation. You are chaos refined into art. You are pain repurposed into prophecy. So keep walking, flame carrier. Keep building, truth speaker. Keep roaring, even if your roar is silent. Keep becoming, even when they say you should have stopped by now. You were born not to follow, but to disrupt, to remind, to resurrect. You broke the system not because you hated it, but because it could no longer contain what you had become. And when you look around and see others like you, others who burn with quiet fury, others who rise despite it all, others whose auras feel like coming home, know this: you are not alone. You were never alone. You are part of the rising. You are part of the unbreaking. You are part of the answer to a world that thought silence would last forever. But it didn't, because you spoke. And now nothing will ever be the same. They felt you before they saw you. They feared you before they understood you. They fought you before they knew your name. And still, you stand, radiant, unyielding, unwritten. Let them try to figure it out. Let them tremble. Let them wonder how someone they tried to bury is now planting entire forests of truth. The devil tips his hat, yes, because you didn't come to take sides. You came to remake the battlefield. And you did. You are. And now you breathe. Not the breath of the defeated, not the breath of someone catching their strength, but the breath of someone who knows, who remembers, who realizes in every cell, every scar, every sacred inch of their being that they were never meant to be anything less than legend. You were not just made to walk through fire. You are the fire. And fire does not apologize for what it consumes. Fire does not ask permission to shine. Fire does not shrink so that others can be comfortable in the dark. It burns, it illuminates, it transforms. And you have become the transformation that others prayed for, feared, or tried to prevent. But no one stops a storm by whispering to it. No one cages thunder with fear. No one silences someone who has already learned to live through the noise of their own chaos and come out louder. This is what they don't understand. Your power isn't found in how loud you are, how hard you hit, or how much you resist. Your power is in your stillness, in the way you stare down the void and refuse to blink, in the way you sit with your truth and refuse to trade it for approval, in the way you choose your own path, again and again, even when it's lonely, even when it's hard, even when the world offers easier roads paved with lies. Because you know this now, the hard path is the holy path, and you've walked it, you've bled on it, you've prayed on it, screamed on it, doubted on it, and still, you did not turn back. You didn't just break the system. You rebuilt yourself from its wreckage. You took its ruins and made a temple. You took its silence and wrote an anthem. You took its rejection and turned it into your compass. You made art from its ashes. You made power from its pressure. You made peace from its chaos. They don't teach this kind of power. It's not learned in classrooms. It's not handed down by the world. It's born in heartbreak, in solitude, in the moment your soul says, "I'm not finished yet." It's built in silence. It's formed in the forge of no and not yet, and never enough. It's grown through seasons where no one clapped, no one saw, no one believed, but you kept going anyway. That's the kind of power they can't touch. That's the kind of power that makes even shadows respect you. That's the kind of power that makes witches whisper and devils nod in silent salute. Not because they own you, but because they know they never could. You didn't rise because you were lucky. You rose because you refused to stay low. You didn't glow because someone gave you permission. You glowed because you refused to dim. You didn't become this force by accident. You fought for every inch, and they will never, ever understand that. Not really, because they've only watched the transformation. They didn't survive the cocoon. They didn't feel the cracking, the breaking, the unraveling it took to become what you are. They only see the wings, but you lived the rebirth. And now you are airborne, boundless, rooted and rising, carrying galaxies in your chest, lightning in your throat, and sacred silence in your stride. Witches fear that. The devil bows to it. The system is already rewriting its own rules because of it. And you just keep walking, because you don't need revenge. You don't need to scream. You don't need to explain. Your existence is the answer. Your light is the proof. Your aura is the loudest thing in the room. So don't shrink. Don't hide. Don't settle. Don't water yourself down for a world that only fears what it cannot own. You don't owe anyone ease. You don't owe them comfort. You don't owe them access. You are the reminder. The reminder that survival is sacred, that power can be quiet, that love can be fierce, that truth can be inconvenient, and still necessary, that wholeness doesn't always look graceful. Sometimes it looks like bloodied hands and messy hope. But it's yours. You earned it. You became it. And they will speak of you, even if they never say your name. They will speak of the one who came through the storm and didn't just survive, but changed the weather. They will tell stories, even if they pretend not to remember where they started. And your aura will live in those stories, long after your words fade. Because when someone like you enters the world, someone who remembers their own power, someone who refuses to be owned, silenced, or molded, the world has no choice but to change. Let it change, let it tremble, let it rebuild itself around your fire. Because you are no longer asking if you're worthy. You are no longer begging for entry. You are the key. You are the door. You are the place they've been searching for. So step forward, head high, eyes clear, aura blazing. Because no matter what comes next, even the devil tips his hat. Even the witches step back. Because you broke the system. And now, you are the new law. And so, remember this. You are not just the one who walked through fire. You are the one who became it. Not just the one who was feared, but the one who earned that fear by becoming untouchable, unshakable, undeniable. Your aura is no accident. Your rise is no mystery. And your presence is not just unnoticed. It is felt. So let the witches fear you. Let the devil salute you. Let the broken systems tremble beneath your footsteps. Because you didn't just break the rules. You rewrote the entire story. And now, you walk forward, not as someone seeking power, but as the proof that true power lives within. And once awakened, it never bows again.